Alright, before we get into the actual video, let me make sure you guys know that there is a new code out. It's thanks. So when you get your box, just put thanks, and you will be getting a green SSR Skinny King. Obviously, it could be a dupe coin or the actual one if you don't actually have it. Next week, we will be getting the red Bond, so stay tuned for that. But let's get into the actual video. So we will be having a maintenance notice tomorrow, and there's a lot coming out, guaranteed, like it's been called. So it will be happening on September 14th at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time to September 15th at 1 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So there's a 3-hour update. The events for the second half of the anniversary have been added. We've got new 7 Deadly Sins missions, reward dungeon, the Perumpu event quest, a Ghost Leg event, and much more. So here are all the new characters. We got Green Demon Meliodas. I think this is Red Princess Elizabeth, Blue Guardian Jericho. I'm guessing Red Elaine. Well, I'm not very sure what the colors are, but we're going to be getting each of these. The ones you definitely want to get are these right here. Due to the fact that the main reason you want these 3 and not the others is because these 3, when you have them on your team doing a hell raid, you will be getting more cosmetic upgrades, meaning you can upgrade your cosmetics faster. While the other 3, the Demon Meliodas, Princess Elizabeth, and Guardian Jericho, all they do is if you have them on your team, you guarantee getting a specific raid. The only thing is, it's like you also have to keep in fact that you have to buy. So when you pull them, you get the outfit, but their effect doesn't work where you get to use these things unless you also get the headpiece and the weapon, which is usually like 60. So for at least for these 3, it's 150. It should be 180, but I think for Elaine, they give you a free piece from an event, and you get all these through the same draw. It's the half anniversary special draw event. So we will be getting Hell Demons, and costume upgrades. If you clear death matches 3 times, you get a brilliant component, splendid fabric, and alluring perfume. Each get 2 each during the special period. So basically, they're gonna have like a mission where if you do it every day, you're guaranteed to get 2 per of everything, plus all the Hell Demon raids. Like, I'm gonna do so many Hell Demons just because I don't know. It's gonna take a long time. Like, Hell Demons are hard. You have to have like a specific team to do them. So make sure you guys get that specific team. And you'll be able to do Hell Demons after completing Chapter 8. You can only use heroes of advantages attribute in Hell difficulty. So you can't use a green unit in a green raid or a green unit in a red raid. You will not be able to invite friends AI in Hell difficulty, so you have to invite an actual person. You can't invite an AI, so keep that in mind. You can acquire costume enhanced materials from Hell difficulty death matches. Also costume enhanced materials have been added to gold reward chests in extreme difficulty death matches. You can obtain the following costume enhanced materials. So in Red Demons, you can get the alluring perfume. In Gray Demons, you get the splendid fabric. And in Howlixes, you get the brilliant component. So the enhancement system, if you're upgrading a outfit you use the splendid fabric, which you get from Grey Demons. So to upgrade an outfit, you need Grey Demon. Um, also, same thing for the other things. The alluring perfume and the brilliant component. I think the brilliant component is for weapons, and the alluring perfume is for cosmetics. For 10 new Western tavern furniture added, we get the half anniversary check-in event furniture, which is 5 items. The half anniversary 7 Deadly Sins Part 2 missions, which will give you 1. And then the event conquest, which will give you 4. So in total, you'll get a total of 10. They're adding a new Captain's Dignity Tavern costume for Hawk. Um, some costume sets they're giving is for uh, Deanne, Bond, Slater, and Greenmore. Um, new costume sets uh, are Jenna's Splendid Passion costume set, Zenaries, and then we got the cosmetic and weapon costumes for Demon Meliodas, costume cosmetic for New Legend Princess Elizabeth, um, cosmetic and weapon costumes for Guardian Jericho, costume for Guardian Elaine, and cosmetic and weapon upgrades for Jenna, and costume weapon upgrades for Zenari. So here are the 3 new people getting engravings. We got Elaine, Jenna, and Zenari. Added to the Platinum Coin Shop, we got SSR Dairy Area Purity. The Diamond Logo has recessed, so for all you whales, you guys can go pick that up. But some events ending are the half anniversary part 1 event menu replaced with the part 2 event menu. The special 7 Deadly Sins missions are replaced with new missions. The half anniversary special reward dungeon is replaced with a new reward dungeon. The 7 catastrophes event and exchange shop is leaving. The half anniversary bingo event is leaving. You will be able to sell the half anniversary number draw tickets and number selected tickets tomorrow. Half anniversary diamond perks event is leaving. Salvage raid up event is leaving. Training Garter spontaneous mission event is leaving. Equipment draw pickup event is leaving. Deathmatch reward festival is leaving. The 100% hammer of Basil success rate event is leaving. The Lilia's spell of ruining costume. Lilia's signs of awakening costume sets and Lilia's Nightmare of Temptation costume sets are leaving. The Daily Sales Bundle is leaving. But let's talk about every character individually, starting with Red Elaine. Okay. So Red Elaine is passive is Power of Nature, which increases status related stats. Buff affects by 1.5% for all allies in deathmatch. So she is a deathmatch. So she will guarantee you to get more costume upgrades in Hell, as you see here. TBD means to be determined, but you have to get specific costume outfits, and you get this certain passive. Grants you 1 cosmetic upgrade materials from Hell difficulty, Crimson Demon. Requires the cosmetic set bonus. So the first skill she has is Windblade, which inflicts 240% of attack on enemy, 300% and fills ultimate gauge by 1 orb, and 500% and fills ultimate gauge by 2 orbs. Then you got Binding Roots, which decreases defense related stats of all enemies by 20% for 2 turns, decreases defense related stats by 30%, and then 40% for 3 turns. Then we got the Wrath of Autumn Wind, which cancels buffs and stances on 1 enemy, inflicts damage equal to 490% of attack, then stuns for 1 turn. So this is what you get from drawing the first one. This is the one we're getting tomorrow, and if you evolve, or maybe it's this one. That might be, yeah, that's a different one. It's this one, I think. But anyway, here's the outfit. This is what you, or maybe it's this one. This is from the Fairy Forest event, so I'm not very sure which of them is the outfit. You got the Valentine's event one, the Fairy Forest. It's one of these two, and one of these two are the ones that you need. I think it's this one, because you got to evolve it. And then I think you have to buy that one, and that's really it. But I'm not very sure. Because obviously I wasn't playing GP during this, so I'm not sure. Let's go into Elizabeth. So she is different. Descending Light. When a character is healed, increase their recovery rate by 10%, up to 10 times. She inflicts 130% of damage to all enemies, and heals the ally with the lowest HP by 30%. Then does it by 200% of attack, and then heals for 40%. Then does 300% of attack and heals for 60%. She's got Blessing Light, which removes debuffs. Then it removes debuffs and implies a defense-related stat boost by 50% for 3 turns. And then the same thing, but also prevents debuff effects and increases for 80%. She's got 2 things. She's got Life Authority, which heals HP of all allies by 420% of attack and fills the ultimate move gauge by 2 orbs. And then you have the one with Fat King, which is called Goddess Garden, which heals HP of allies by 480% of attack and fills ultimate gauge by 2 orbs. So, where is it? I think this is the new unit. So when you get this, or no, this is when you evolve her, and I'm thinking that it will allow you to, I think, get, if I'm not mistaken, Howlixes. Like, you can actually get the Howlix. And then I think you also need the headpiece. I think it's this one. So you will be spending gems not only to get the characters, but also to get their outfits. Because if you don't get the outfits, there's no point of getting the character. Obviously, I think you can buy the outfit later, but at the same time, I'm not sure. So if you get one, I suggest you get their outfit at some point. So she provides Red Demon, so you can get Red Demon cosmetic. Her passive is Disparagement. This unit can only receive 1 debuff effect. When this unit has a debuff, increase its attack by 20%. It inflicts damage equal to 135% of attack on all enemies, so this is Flash. Then it does 150, plus it infects for 1 turn. And then does 250 and infects for 3 turns. Now for Bright Shot, it cancels stances on 1 enemy and inflicts damage equal to 180%, then 300%, and then 500%. Then you got her ult, which is Outset Light, which inflicts break damage equal to 560% of attack on 1 enemy. So I think this is when you draw her. It doesn't show an evolution one, so I'm guessing it probably is this one. And then you're gonna have to get that, I think, and that one. And I think that's when you can use this effect right here. Bletch Jenna. Let's go on to Jericho. So I think she gives you Red Demons. Her passive increases crit rate of all allies by 5% every time an ally crits. So her first one is Swift Dash, which inflicts 200% damage to a single enemy. Apply Explode after 2 turns, and inflicts, for the second one, it does 240% Explode for 1 turn. then 400% explode for 1 turn. Then you got Tornado Slash, which inflicts damage equal to 180% of attack on one enemy, plus it decreases HP related stats by 50% for 2 turns. Then it does 180%, but instead decreases HP related stats for 2 turns, and then does 300% of attack on enemies and decreases HP related stats by 30% for 2 turns. She's got 2 ultimates, so her first one is by herself, wherein she inflicts spike damage equal to 560% of attack on one enemy. And then you got Chain Slash, where she does it with Gila, and inflicts spike damage equal to 640% of attack on one enemy. So when you... It's not it. I think this is when you draw her and you evolve her. And then... So I think this is the one. And then you would have to buy... you'd have to buy this. And you would have to get this. And then you would be able to use her ability of getting red demons. I'm not sure if you could only do this once a day, because that's what I heard, but you might be able to do it, like, if you have this character, you can just get it all the time. Okay, so now we got Green Demon Meliodas, which he, I think, gets you gray demons. So his passive is Declaration of Death. When Meliodas kills an enemy, increases ultimate move gauge by the number of ultimate move gauge the enemy had. So people think this is kind of OP, because if you get his ult and then one-shot someone, and then they have ult, then you get another ult, and you can one-shot again. So you could, you could keep doing that. So his first one is Chain Blow, which inflicts 180% damage to a single target and prevents it from getting ultimate move gauge for 1 turn. Then does the same thing, but does 270%. Then 450 and fills ultimate move gauge by disables ultimate move gauge for 2 turns. Then you got Devil's Fire, which inflicts 135% damage to all enemies. Then inflicts 150% and applies Infect for 1 turn. Then 250% and then applies Effect for 1 turn. He's got 2 ultimates. The first one's by himself, where he inflicts weak point damage equal to 385% of attack on one enemy. Then his second one is called Devil's Assault, where he does it with Merlin and inflicts weak point damage equal to 440% of attack on one enemy. So, this is when you get him, and then when you evolve him, you get this one. So I think you need that one. This one, you'd have to buy that. And you would have to buy this. And then you would be able to get Grey Demons. And finally, Zenari. So her passive is Those Who Pray. And it fills the hero's ultimate move gauge by 1 orb when the hero removes debuffs on allies. So she'll get an ultimate move orb for removing debuffs. It might be for others too. And her other skill, which increases cosmetic upgrade materials from Grey Demon Hells. But you require the cosmetic set bonus. So she inflicts damage equal to... So her first one's Nimbus, and inflicts damage equal to 180% of attack on one enemy. Disables ultimate move gauge for 1 turn. Then does 270%, disables it for 1 turn. And then 450 and disables it for 2 turns. Then she has Point Light. So its first one is it removes debuffs from all allies. Its second one heals diminished HP of allies by 30% and removes debuffs. And the third one is 50% and removes debuffs. Her ult is Rising Nature, which creates a barrier around all allies equal to 380% of attack and increases HP related stats of all allies 25%. So when you draw her, you'll get this one. And you evolve her, I think you get this one. Then I think you have to buy this. And you would have to buy this. And then you would be able to activate her other passive. But that's going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.